I want to do something different today because I've noticed something about AI coverage in general. It's almost all bad news. Layoffs. AI took this job. Restructuring dressed up in corporate language. And that's a real story. I'm not walking any of that back. But it's not the whole story, and I think ignoring the other half actually makes you worse at navigating this, not better. Here's the half that gets buried. Workers with the right AI skills right now are commanding wage premiums up to 56% higher than their peers doing similar work without those skills. Not might eventually earn more. That's a current measured gap, and it's a big one. Add to that a global projection of a net gain of 78 million jobs by 2030. Yes, 92 million roles disrupted, but 170 million new ones created in the same window. That's not spin. That's the same category of research that produces all the scary numbers. It's just the half of the sentence that doesn't go viral. So why does the bad news travel so much further than this? Simple. Loss feels urgent and personal. Gains feel abstract and someone else's problem, right up until you're the one benefiting from them. But if you're only consuming the loss half of this story, you're missing the actual playbook for coming out ahead. Let's get concrete about what's actually driving that 56% premium, because it's not know how to use ChatGPT. The gap is opening up around a specific shift. Companies are increasingly splitting into what researchers are calling a two-track labor market. On one track, AI takes over the routine parts of a role. And what's left is judgment, oversight, and expertise. And those roles are growing fast, with real pay increases attached. On the other track, AI makes an entire role easier for anyone to do, which floods it with more competition and actually pushes wages down. Same technology, opposite outcome, depending entirely on which side of that split your role lands on. The skill commanding the premium isn't using AI tools, it's directing them. Defining a task precisely, judging AI's output critically, knowing when to trust it and when to override it. That's a genuinely different skill than I can prompt a chatbot. And it's the one companies are actually paying up for. Here's my actual advice, and I want to be honest that this cuts against a lot of what gets said in this space. Don't spend your energy trying to avoid AI touching your job. Spend it becoming the person your team trusts to supervise what AI produces, the one who catches when it's wrong, who can push back on a bad output, who owns the outcome instead of just running the tool. That is exactly the role sitting on the winning side of that wage gap right now. And it's a skill you can start building this week, not some far-off 5-year plan. I'm not going to pretend this cancels out the layoff stories. Both things are true at once, and that's honestly the real story of this moment. But if this channel only shows you the losses, you're only getting half the map. I wanted you to have the other half too. If you want more of these who's actually winning right now breakdowns alongside the accountability pieces, let me know in the comments. I want this channel to be useful, not just alarming. Thanks for watching. Never miss an AI breakthrough. Subscribe now.